Zero money down, and you can be a homeowner before Christmas. How to do it? You need to watch the rest of this video. Let's go! Welcome back to the third episode of the Home Lab Real Estate Podcast. We are the only podcast in Ocean, Mammoth, and Atlantic County in New Jersey. I'm your podcast host, Choi and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Anthony Bowetti.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming back and watching. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the 4 different kinds of mortgages that exist to buy a house. And at the end, we're going to take a couple questions from the viewers.
Let's get right on it, man.
Yeah.
Let me talk about the FHA loan.
Sure.
So FHA loan is one of the most common loan that they use in any real estate transaction. I see that all the time. I have clients on FHA loan. I've closed deals with FHA loan. It's commonly mistaken as the first-time homeowner loan. But let me correct that right now. When you can have an FHA loan, even if you're buying your second, your third, or your fourth house, as long as you don't have an existing FHA loan. You cannot have 2 FHA loan in one time. And the good thing about FHA loan is you only need 3.5% down, and the credit score must be at least 580, and you're good from there.
Yeah, it's a great loan. It's definitely a very common loan, and Choi hit it all on the head. You know, it's a great loan, and I think Choi pointing out the misconception of it being just for first-time home buyers is just awesome. I was talking to a client yesterday, and he actually owns a house in another state with a conventional loan, and he wants to buy something here, and he thought he couldn't get FHA financing, and he can. So, you know, if you think you cannot get an FHA loan, you probably can.
What about conventional?
Yeah, conventional. So conventional loans are backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They are commonly known as the stronger loan in the real estate market. So if you're a seller, you like conventional offers because there's a stigma that they're a better mortgage. And they are in some ways, but they're not in others. Conventional loans require 3% down as a first-time home buyer. If you're not a first-time home buyer, you can do a conventional loan with 5% down. You really need a better credit score. So those conventional loans are geared if you have a 700 to a 720 credit score or higher. So if you're, not looking to put a ton of money down and you have a 700 credit score, conventional is probably the way to go. If you have less than a 700 credit score, the FHA loan is typically where we lean when we're, putting clients in a mortgage. I think the big misconception with conventional loans is that you need 20% down. And the reality is you don't. You need 3 to 5% down depending on where you're at in the home buying stage in your life.
I'm going to just repeat that again one more time.
Yeah.
Say it again. You don't need 20% down.
No.
All you need is 3% down.
For that conventional
For that conventional loan.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So VA, you're up for VA.
VA loan, please correct me if I'm wrong on this one. So VA loan is a veteran's loan. Of course, number 1 to qualify is you need to be a veteran. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is you need at least 620 credit score.
Yep.
And the good thing about VA loan, which is I think would help a lot of veterans, is you don't need any money down at all.
Yeah.
And in any of the loans that we're talking about right now, of course, I can negotiate the closing costs in there. So you won't have any money at all out of your pocket. Mm-hmm. Zero money down. Yep. And you can be a homeowner.
Yeah. VA loans, by far the best loan ever. First-time home buyer or not. VA, same thing with FHA. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer to utilize a VA loan. You could actually have, I believe you could have 2 VA loans. And it's an amazing loan. And I think it's deserved. Our veterans, serve and protect our country. And I think it's an unbelievable program. And a lot of veterans don't even know about it.
Exactly. And, thank you for their service. And I think they deserve this loan.
Yeah.
This loan is geared towards all those veterans.
Yeah.
And
it's
another
awesome.
thing too is I think a spouse can have that.
Yeah. So there is a surviving spouse benefit to the VA loan. So if you have a spouse that's passed away from a VA illness, you actually have VA benefits as a non-veteran wife, right? Or as a veteran's husband or wife, right? So I've helped clients in that situation where they literally had their spouse pass away from a VA injury, and they bought a house with a VA mortgage with no money down.
See, this is what I'm saying, and I didn't even know about that info before.
Yeah.
That the spouse can have the VA loan as well.
Yeah.
I thought that you need to be a veteran before you can qualify for a
Nope,
VA loan.
not even that.
But thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
What about USDA?
All right, so we're saving the best for last. I think in this market, it's the most practical way to buy a house. USDA is a United States Department of Agriculture mortgage. So they came out with a set of rules, and they're basically like, if you don't own a house right now, we will let you buy a house for free, for no money. So you basically can get a free house. The USDA loan is, if you need, basically to qualify, you have to be in a USDA eligible area. So they put maps out throughout the country where you could actually qualify for this to buy a house.
Is there a website?
There is a website. We could actually put a link in the show notes to that website. If you're in an area and you want to search that area, you could actually plug addresses in to see if they're eligible. The second thing about the USDA loan is you need to have a 620 credit score. And the third thing about a USDA loan is you cannot make over the median county income. So again, depending on where you are, in Ocean and Monmouth County, you really can't make more than $129,000 per household. Depending on your household size, you could actually make up to $170,000 to qualify for that. So it's a really, really awesome way to, I hate to say get a house for free, but literally, like, we've had clients like not bring any money to the closing table because of that program and Choi negotiating closing costs from the seller.
Yeah, and that just happened recently as well. So on the future episodes that we're going to have, we can discuss in more details each and every loan.
Yeah.
Right? So this portion is for the questions.
Yep.
Right? You ready for those questions?
We have 2 questions we're going to read off.
Exactly. So these questions are from our Instagram and from our Facebook. And thanks a lot again for sending all those questions. So we picked 2 questions from all those, and we're going to answer them right now. And to these 2 people, we're sending you guys $25 gift card. And thank you for sending these questions again. So let me start with this. I'm going to ask you this though, Ant. I think this is for you.
Yeah.
What's the first thing someone can do to get started, even if they have no experience? This question is from Minchai and Instagram.
So that's a great question, and it's really easy. Just pick up the phone and have a conversation. We don't bite. Choi and I do this for a living. I think we're experts in our industry, and we're doing this podcast to educate people. But at the end of the day, your situation is different from anybody else's. It's like a fingerprint. No one situation is the same. So pick up the phone, call one of us, and we'll have a 20, 30, 40-minute conversation with a client and educate them and see what they can do or if they can do anything. That's really it. It doesn't cost you anything to start.
That 20 or 30-minute phone call can be life-changing.
Yep.
So all you got to do is pick up that call.
Totally
pick up that
agree.
phone. And I think we'll put our numbers on the description.
Yeah.
On this video.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
you can
going to be...
reach out.
Exactly.
Now,
exactly.
the question I'll read off for Choi is from D McLeod 87 on Instagram. And the question is, how hard was it to find clients in the beginning?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fairly new realtor, and it was kind of tough on me when I was first starting. It's really hard when you're starting a new type of job. So what I basically did is I just told everybody. I told everybody I'm a realtor, and they will remember you.
Yeah.
It's either if they're ready to sell or buy a home, they will come to you because they'll remember that, oh, I know that guy that keeps on coming in here, that he's a realtor. So now I'm ready to buy a home. Now I'll just contact him right away.
Yeah.
And I think it's same with the loan too, right?
Yeah. Same thing. Consistency. You want to just be in front of people. You want to let them know that, like, this is what I do. You don't want to crush that person with like information they don't want. But every once in a while, you throw something out there on social media, talking to somebody, you never know how it comes up. It's just, you kind of have to be consistent about it.
And just be honest with your clients. That's basically the number one rule that me and Anthony follow.
Yeah.
We're not after the money. We're after the reputation.
Yeah.
Because, the reputation...
That's everything.
That's everything, man.
Yeah. You can't put a price on that.
Exactly. You're 100% right. I think that concludes our 3rd episode.
Yeah, we're good. We did it. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to Choi or myself. We're more than happy to help you, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys.